Good morning, everybody. Welcome into Spirit of Life Alchemy for Wednesday, the 28th of September 2022. This is your morning message tarot reading. So we have some astrology. It's a rare day when we don't have any astrology, but just as we're coming out of the dark of the moon into the beginnings of the new cycle, then the moon this morning at 14 minutes past midnight UK time leaves Libra and moves into Scorpio. So, you know, the last 2 days we've had Venus and we've had Mercury trining Pluto whilst conjuncting. We've had the new moon, dark moon energies, and just as we're just moving away from that and it's just lifting, then the moon plunges itself into the emotional depths of Scorpio. So just to check in to make sure there's nothing that you've missed. This can feel like an emotional quagmire that you're walking through, or you know, trying to walk through. Carrying on with the energies from yesterday and any residue Plutonian energy, continue to dive deep and see if there is, you know, any last bits of emotions to come up for this cycle. So we've got 2.5 days of the moon going through Scorpio, which will take us to, I think, Friday, when the moon starts to go into Sagittarius. I've left my moon diary in the bedroom, so I can't check for you, but I've got a feeling it is Friday. If not, it'll be Saturday. So anyway, and then so the other energy we've got today is Mars in Gemini trining Saturn in Aquarius. So I spoke about this yesterday, this coming trine, when the moon in Libra yesterday made a trine to Mars and then a trine to Saturn. Okay, so that ignited the energy yesterday, and today we're into it proper. So this is about sort of gaining clarity and insight that gives you a grounded, stabilising, discerning, clear-minded way to take action as we go forward. What was I going to say? This could feel a bit like conflicted with the deep scorpionic energies of the moon. Our emotions can feel quite sort of dragged down with that, but then if we can have the clear-mindedness of Gemini and innovative ideas of Aquarius with Mars and Saturn activating those energies, it will help us to get through the scorpionic energies. Hurrah! Okay, so let's do some cards and see what the cards have to say for today. We've got the Gaia deck, and I'm going to use the Crow deck today. And just to say that, a crow's just flown into the tree outside my window. It's a sign. And he's just flown away again. Gone on to a tree across the road from me. Okay, so what do we need to know for today? Wednesday, the 28th of September, 2022. Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give us to help us navigate today's energies for our highest and greatest good? What do we need to know? What do we need to know? Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. Let's see. Okay, right, so the Scorpio moon coming out straight away. We have lost love, surrender, healing and release. Okay, that feels a bit trawling through Scorpio to me. And then we have loss, grief, sadness and then resurrection. Okay, so you know it does feel like we're plumbing those depths, struggling through the emotional quagmire, so that we can surrender and release and grieve, and then we can get healing and resurrect ourselves. Okay, and then we get reflection. Okay, that's a bit of a theme for today's energies. Illusion, self-examination and distortion. I'm just going to check that with my glasses. Yeah. Little writing I can't do anymore. Yeah. Loss, love, surrender, healing, release, loss, grief, sadness and resurrection, and reflection, illusion, self-examination and distortion. So that's pretty much a theme. And that is very Moon in Scorpio energies. So let's see what the tarot has to say, what it can add to that. As I said before, we're using the Crow Tarot. I am absolutely loving working with this deck. I've been doing some readings of my own and readings with other people, for other people with them, and oh my, they read lovely for me. Okay, could be my love of crows. So what do we need to know for today? The Wednesday, the 28th of September 2022. Messages from Spirit, please, for the collective. What help, advice, support and guidance can Spirit give us to help us navigate today's energies for our highest and greatest good? What do we need to know? Just put that over there. What do we need to know? Okay, so let's just see, where are we? What have we got? Okay, so we have the Four of Pentacles, okay, with the Lovers, the Ten of Swords, the Seven of Wands, and the World, with the King of Swords, Page of Cups, and the Five of Wands. Okay, at the bottom. If it hasn't come up enough this week, we've got the Tower again. With the Knight of Cups and the Empress. And we're going to take that as well, the Eight of Wands, and I'm going to take the Six of Wands as well, and the Sun, and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, leave that there. I'm going to take the Three of Cups as well for celebration. Let's finish with a celebration. Okay. Sometimes the cards just have a lot to tell you about what's going on at the bottom of the deck. Okay, right. So where we find ourselves. Okay, the Four of Pentacles. What are you holding on to that really you should be letting go of, walking away from? This could be the lost love. It could be loss. Take that back. It could be the lost love that you're holding on to, old memories, old parts of yourself that actually, you know, disempower you, or, you know, you've outgrown. Or it could be another person, or another part of your life. I'm saying that because next week we've got the Lovers. So something that was important, a love that was important, maybe it's time to release that, an old career path, an old idea of yourself, about making a choice, surrendering to that, and looking at sort of the lost love and the loss up here. and taking the time to reflect on, you know, is this really still you, or, you know, have you outgrown that part of yourself? So that's that. Below the foundation, it's definitely the end of the road for something. Ten of Swords. We've come to the end of a mental journey. Okay, so with it being swords, it could be old stories about yourself, old patterns of belief, an old paradigm that you've actually really grown out of now. It's no longer you, and it's actually really restricting your movement forwards. Okay, and it's going to become more and more uncomfortable to stay in that space. Okay, so a bit of reflection. Today, the 28th, is the third day out of the new moon. So this is the last day of that, what I call the dark cycle. And we start moving into the new journey from sort of tomorrow. Or I do, that's how I do it. So it's letting go and releasing. Okay, and the card above, the Seven of Wands, defending yourself, having strong boundaries, again, this is about knowing who you are now as well. And, you know, sort of when we do let go of old mental patterns and things like that, they don't often just wander off and that's it, we never see them again. They do try to keep coming back and testing to see whether sort of we've really learned, or, you know, if you're going to give them headspace again. So I'm thinking this card today is about sort of having firm boundaries and firm no's and saying, that's not me. That isn't who I am anymore. You know, you've lost your power over me. Okay, and then the next card we have, the World. This is the completion of a cycle. It's an ending, closing it out, finishing it off, ready for resurrection, new beginnings, a new start, a new journey, a new paradigm. Okay, healing and moving on. Okay, and then the clarifiers, we've got the King of Swords, which we've got the glyph for Saturn at the top. So I'm seeing this as that Mars trine Saturn energy. It's in air signs, and the King of Swords is about mental clarity, decisiveness, focus, discernment, knowing what's you're cutting away, what's no longer needed, and what you're carrying forward. Okay, with that we have the Page of Cups. So, you know, it's the beginning of a new connection to love. It could be an apology, it could be a reconciliation, it could be reconciliation with a part of yourself that you've been cut off from for a long time. Okay, forgiving yourself for the old patterns that you're walking away from, or forgiving other people, or being forgiven by other people. You know, the page, all the pages are about messages coming in. Okay, they're a very young energy, and it just a little opening of a message. I say that because over here we've got the Knight of Cups, so that message is growing. Okay, that message from the cups is developing. So yeah, over here it's an opener. Okay, and with that we have the Five of Wands. So a bit of conflict, a bit of annoyance, strife, annoyances. I always see the Five of Wands as the small stuff, the little irritations, okay, that sort of could just do without, you know, the parking ticket that comes through at the wrong time, at the worst time. You know, you're just getting yourself back on track, and then sort of, you know, a fine comes in, or you know, you just do on with something and going with something, and something shows up from the past, a little irritation. Can be competition with other people as well. So, you know, that could also be coming up. But just a bit of conflict, bit of strife in the background, bit of competition. Okay, so that is the story. Now, the underneath story is quite a big, what's going on below the surface, the bigger picture. So, once again, we have this tower energy, which is, this is the fourth day in a row that it's shown up. So, if a tower hasn't collapsed in your life yet, it could be on its way. I think I had mine yesterday morning. Knocked me sideways for about half hour or so before I pulled in my energy and remembered everything that I've been doing, every way I've developed, and who I am now. And it just brought me back into an empowered place of, really, this can't touch me. Let's say that, let's hope I don't get another one today. But hey ho, we'll deal with that if it comes along. But yep, there was one yesterday, and I felt really okay about dealing with it. It's like, oh, look how far you've gone, Saddle. Haven't you grown? It's like, I have grown, haven't I? This is really, really empowering. So if you are holding on to a lost love, or emotions, grief, or sadness around something, it's time to let go, let it fall away. And as we release that, then we get new messages of love coming in. Okay, new offers. Okay, we've got the Knight of Cups here. So we've gone from the page over here as a clarifier for this reading, an opening offer, things like that, a little message coming in, to now we're getting a proper offer coming in with the Empress. So the Empress is the divine feminine, okay? The Empress is the energy of all four queens together. So you have the fire power of the Queen of Wands, and you have the mental power of the Queen of Swords, and you have the intuitive and emotional power of the Queen of Cups, and you have the Earth Mother nurturing, abundant energy and power of the Queen of Pentacles, all together, all rolled into one as the Empress. So the offer, the gift coming in could be a creative thing coming in, an offer of a creative collaboration, or something that feeds your fertility of mind and body and passion and things like that. And it's like, oh yeah, I'd like to birth that out into the world. That's the energy of the Empress. And then with that, we've got the Eight of Wands. So as that message comes through, as we connect to our Empress and creative energies and everything, then other messages come through really quickly. The Eight of Wands, swiftness, suddenly things change, and it's like it's often what happens as we let go of things that we've been holding on to, that have been holding us back and limiting us. As we let go of those and we make space, then the new stuff can come in. Okay, so we've got the Eight of Wands, and with that we have the Six of Wands. In the words of Gemstone Tarot, winner winner, chicken dinner. We ride to victory, we overcome the odds. We've got the wreath there, but it's actually reminding me of this at the top. We've got the sun with a heart at the centre, shining our heart-centered self, and we've got the cup there as well. I can't see much more than that because I haven't got my glasses on. But yeah, information, new things come in really quickly, and it's a victory. Okay, with the Six of Wands. Then we have the Sun. We're able to shine when this comes through, when we embrace it all. We're in our element, we shine, we're happy, we're joyous, and not just inwardly, we shine that out into the world, and it magnetizes and attracts in what we need. And as we do that, we get to the Wheel of Fortune. It brings about a change. Things move on, it evolve, and we get to the next stage. And that is a cause for celebration, the Three of Cups. Okay, celebrate all your victories and stuff. But yeah, it's been, quite an arduous journey. I think this last new moon with Mercury retrograde, with all the other stuff that's been going on around it, all the transits and things, and what I've been hearing from lots of other people, is how heavy, how hard, how difficult the energy has been. And this reading is showing that sort of if we can release that stuff that's weighing us down, that we're holding on to, that needs to be released, then, it opens up the new journey. Ta-da! So I hope you enjoyed that reading. I hope it resonated for you. If it did, then please do like, share and subscribe to the channel. Click on the wiggly bell, please, for notifications. This is all really important, as it helps to get my channel out there and to help me grow the channel, which is always much appreciated. Thank you. If you'd like a personal reading from me, please email me at the email address below this video in the descriptions box. Have a wonderful day, and until tomorrow, thank you for watching. Third time lucky. No?